Why do they put battle pets under the water when you can't fight Daryl from the water?
Huh? Why doesn't this fit? I guess I'll just have to press harder. Still not right. I'll get there. Go in! Go in! Damn thing, you're supposed to... Oops. Uh-oh. What about the elevator code now? Damn it. Huh. Now the shard is hopelessly destroyed, but the chewing gum still looks all right. Ugh. But it's no better than it was before. The system reboots. The code for the elevator has been reset. Here comes the new one. Something really cool. R-U-F-U-S. Oh yeah! R-U-F-U... Hey, what's that supposed to mean? The password is Rufus. I've said it myself. Or have I gone crazy? Well, so far so good. Now I just have to wait. what's that sound? Organon cruiser? What are they doing here? Is this a trap? Is Cletus an ally of the Organon? Well, I guess I'll have to take a closer look to find out.
Finally, the top of the platform, all the way up to the lower Ascension Station, a clearly magical setup with an enchanted atmosphere, once more brilliantly executed by our artist Michael Benrath. But what strikes me most is that this is the first time when Rufus and Cletus meet face to face. And as far as I remember, making those two vastly different characters work together was a feat of its own. So tell me, Rufus, how was working with Cletus? In the story, the two of you are rivals, even courting the same woman. How was that kind of working experience for you?
Well, I want to use a metaphor here, even if I'm sure you won't get it, but the fans probably will. The Bible says, I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. And fortunately, I'm not a Catholic.
Yeah, I guess we gotta work with that. Never mind. When the cameras were switched off, however, you and Cletus were still fighting your little fights behind the scenes. And in fact, you've got to admit, Rufus, you're getting into conflicts with other people quite often, huh? Which is beneficial, mostly. This is by no means criticism.
Oh yeah, heaven forbid.
And your conflicts are more like conflicts with your environment in a way. A concept widely known to artists at least as the cussedness of things.
You know, what many people in front of the screen don't see is that there are natural laws. And personally, I think those laws are bullshit. Yeah, you could, go ahead and say bullshit. This is I can say whatever I like in these commentaries. And speaking of which, that day, the light bulb prohibition kicked in and had to illuminate the whole set with these Chardassian eco bulbs, which have a luminosity of like 0.0004 lux per light. Do you have any idea how many bulbs we had to go through to brighten the set like that?
It was madness.
Oh my word.
And listeners, fans out there, if I didn't have a spare battery, we couldn't have pulled that off. Tell them that.
And to add insult to injury, the elevator's lights went dead, and since the buttons weren't properly illuminated, we thought the elevator was out of order, since all the buttons' lights had to be changed as well.
Yeah, and we had to shoot all this at night.
And the stairs, all night long through the dark stairway, all the way down and up the lower Ascension Station, up and down again.
Yeah, and you hadn't mentioned that yet. We had to do all this during the night, since the power blacked out on us earlier. That's what happens if other people come home and turn their TVs on.
Yes, exactly. Actually, this was supposed to be the daylight scene.
Yeah, well, I don't think people want to hear that. Let's just move on. And why not? I see. The Ascension codes. That's what the catch was. Why didn't I find the flashlight earlier? I could have made scary faces for gold during the mine bike ride. Better to be safe than sorry. Why didn't I find I could have... Come on, be used... Stubborn thing. I've never been so close. This ornament is different from the others. How very likable. Great plan. I could just, break it off and pocket it. My own slingshot had a similar shape, only I could fit people in there. Once again, function. If I start using every single pebble with everything else in my inventory, I'll never reach Elysium. Holy smoke, those are the same Organons that were threatening Goal. Maybe they caught that Cletus guy. Yeah, I knew he'd be a whip, so what am I gonna do now? I guess it's better to remain hidden. Maybe I can find out something useful.
And you're sure that this Rufus character is naive enough to bring your fiancé here?
Absolutely. He's a self-centered, greedy rat. The expectation to get to Elysium will lure him here. A greedy rat? Why, that lousy...
I really don't understand what you see in this woman, Cletus. As far as I'm concerned, she's simply an unpredictable risk for our joint venture.
Believe me, after everything she did, I'd prefer to leave her behind on Deponia too. But I need the Ascension codes to return to Elysium. And unfortunately, those codes are only stored in her brain implant. No goal, no Ascension codes. And without Ascension codes, there's no joint venture.
I don't like it. Ulysses will have us both executed if he finds out that your companion is...
Shush. There he comes.
At ease, Bailiff. Report. There's still no trace of the Deponian, Prime Controller, sir.
Then what are you waiting for? Carry on with your search. Even through this drone, the stench is unbearable. At last, it's time to put our plan into action.
Yes, as you wish, Prime Controller, sir. Let's get to work. The faster we're done here, the better.
I entirely agree. I'll have a look around the platform to see if this